Therefore, my pearl for today is keep making changes, even if everyone can find a reason not to. So as we start a new school year, I was really thinking about what I was going to share with you today. And it came to my mind that it's really important as we come into new school years to really do a quick audit of our programs, the things that we do for our students. And something came up where I really want us to remember that if you're going through the programs or the activities you have planned for students, is it something where you say, oh, well, we could do more, but you know what? People are going to tell me no. There's going to be too much pushback. They might not have buy-in. And so one of the things I wanted to share with you today was something that came to mind 2 years ago, actually. In September every year, well, first of all, my school is a pre-kinder 3 through grade 12 school. We are one campus, one very large campus, but there are divisions. So there's an elementary division, a middle, and an upper school. And so my students that are going into grade 6, I hear every year from the leadership team at secondary, you know what, they're just not ready. They have a lot of problems acclimating to middle school. And every year, even as a 5th grade teacher many years ago, I would hear the same thing. So I thought, okay, we can't just keep doing this. We've got to help these kids get prepared or feel prepared. And so I sat down with my assistant director or my assistant principal in charge of 5th grade. And I said, okay, so I have this crazy idea. And she's used to that. She's used to that kind of start to things. And I just said, you know, what if we had a mini middle school? And right away, she was like, oh, but the schedule. And I said, okay, so the schedule, you love making schedules. What's the problem with the schedule? And she said, okay, so the problem is we have an 8-day rotating schedule. If we mess with one piece, it's like a domino effect, right? And I said, okay, so what if we pick a day or a time that is not going to be greatly affected? And so we are lucky enough to have PD Wednesdays. So we have professional development every Wednesday afternoon. Our students are dismissed midday, and we have professional development from 1:30 to 4. So students in the morning, their schedule is already pretty much very different. And so what we thought was, okay, we're going to go slow to go fast. Let's just say the last 6 weeks of the school year, every Wednesday is going to be a mini middle school. And we're going to really create the middle school feeling at the elementary. So they still have the support of their homeroom teacher that they've bonded with all school year, but then they've got the opportunity to try all the things that might make them nervous. And she was like, okay, so I had one person on board, which was great. Then we went to the students. So I went to the current 6th grade students and I said, so what's been tough? What's been tough for you guys? You're ready. What's going on? So they told us that dealing with 7 different teachers was a new challenge. They weren't expecting to have to, you know, new personalities. They were used to the homeroom teacher being their support, carrying a backpack, having independence, being organized. And so we took all those notes. Then I went to the current 5th grade and I said, so I know already in September you're here and you're getting ready for middle school. What are you nervous about, right? And so they were saying things just like, I don't even know what that means. Like, what do I go to my social studies class? How do I get there? Are there the same students? What do I need, right? So we took all their notes and then we brought it to the teachers. And the teachers, I knew was going to be a little nervous because this was going to be a big change to their schedule and how they do things. And they said things like, we can't do it because you know what about grading? I've only had to grade for these set of students. I can't grade for 80 students. You know, how am I supposed to do that, right? So we sat down, we planned, we really talked about it, and we started this again in September. So by May, we were feeling pretty good. And the first year was fantastic. The energy was palpable. You could feel it in the hallways. They were running, you know, there was all this excitement. And at the end, when I went back to my teachers and my students, I said, so what's the one thing that we can do to improve it for next year? And they said, more time. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I'm not hearing any things like, no, we can't do it again, or, you know. So it was a fantastic experience for everyone, but it took a lot of planning and it took a lot of hearing, no, we can't, no, this couldn't work, I don't think this can work, and then just talking with those individuals one-on-one in small groups. And so therefore my pearl for today is keep making changes, even if everyone can find a reason not to.